The Parable of the Fisherman and the Magic Net. In a small Japanese village by the seashore lived an old fisherman named Kenji. Every morning he would go out to sea in his old boat with worn nets that had been passed down to him from his father and grandfather. The nets were simple but reliable, and Kenji always returned with a catch sufficient for living. One day, while pulling in his nets after an unsuccessful day, when he had caught only a few small fish, Kenji discovered a strange object in them. It was an ancient bronze amphora covered with seaweed and shells. When he opened it at home, purple smoke rose from it, which condensed into the figure of a sea spirit. "Thank you, fisherman," spoke the spirit in a voice resembling the sound of surf. "I was imprisoned in this amphora for 1,000 years. As a reward for my liberation, I give you a magic net. It will bring you any catch you desire." The spirit extended to Kenji an amazing net. It shimmered with all the colours of the rainbow and was as light as morning mist. "But remember," added the spirit before disappearing, "all magic has a price. Think well before using the gift." Kenji examined the magic net for a long time. The next day he took it with him to sea, but did not use it while the ordinary catch was still sufficient. However, after a week, a streak of bad luck began. 3 days in a row he returned with almost empty hands. Yuki looked anxiously at their meagre rice supplies. "Kenji, perhaps we should ask the neighbours for help." He shook his head, and the next day cast the magic net for the first time. He wished to catch many fish, and the net brought him a catch the likes of which he had never seen. The boat nearly sank from the weight. Kenji sold the fish at the market and received more money than he earned in a whole month. Yuki was happy, and the neighbours envied his luck. "The old man has probably finally figured out where to fish," they said. The next day Kenji again took the magic net, and again the richest catch, then again and again. Soon he became the wealthiest fisherman in the village. He built a new house, bought a large boat, hired assistants. But the more he caught, the greedier he became. Ordinary fish no longer brought him joy. He began to desire rare species, expensive delicacies, and the magic net fulfilled any whim. "Give me pearl carp," he would say. "Give me golden tuna. Give me fish worth as much as the emperor's treasure." And the net gave everything. Other fishermen began to complain. "Kenji is taking all the fish. The sea has become empty." But Kenji did not listen. He dreamed of becoming richer than the provincial daimyo himself. Then he decided on one final wish. "Net, give me a catch that will make me richer than all people in Japan." The net stirred in the water, shone brighter than usual, and Kenji felt incredible weight. He pulled and pulled, straining all his strength. Finally, the net appeared on the surface. In it thrashed a single fish, but one such as he had never seen. Its scales were of pure gold, its fins of silver, and its eyes burned like precious stones. "At last!" exclaimed Kenji. "This fish is worth a fortune!" He carefully transferred it to the boat and hurried to shore. But as soon as the boat touched the sand, the golden fish spoke in a human voice. "Fisherman, you have received what you asked for. I am wealth itself embodied in a fish. But know this, he who possesses me will never be able to be satisfied. You will be rich, but will remain forever hungry." Kenji did not understand these words. He took the fish home and hid it in a special pool. Indeed, soon buyers began to flow to him from all over the country, and even from across the ocean. Each offered fabulous sums for the golden fish. But strangely, the more money they offered, the more strongly Kenji wanted even more. He refused the most generous buyers, thinking, "What if tomorrow they offer even more?" Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Kenji stopped eating. He thought constantly about how to get even more money for the fish. He stopped sleeping. He was afraid it would be stolen. Ordinary food seemed tasteless to him. After all, he owned a treasure. But this treasure brought only torment. Yuki watched with horror as her husband grew thin and pale. The neighbours whispered that he had gone mad from greed. Finally, when Kenji had grown completely weak, he understood the golden fish's words. He was richer than anyone in Japan, but was dying of hunger. Not physical, but spiritual. No amount of money could quench his thirst for even greater wealth. Late in the evening, Kenji took the golden fish and carried it to the sea. "Forgive me," he whispered. "I wanted wealth, but received a curse." He released the fish into the water and it dissolved in the moonlight. On the shore remained the old worn nets, the very ones inherited from his grandfather. Kenji took them in his hands, and they seemed more precious to him than all the riches in the world. The next day he again went out to sea with simple nets. The catch was small as in the old days, but this fish seemed tastier to him than any delicacies, and the simple soup that Yuki prepared was better than an imperial feast. True wealth is not in how much you have, but in how content you are with what you possess. Greed turns any gift into a curse, while the ability to appreciate life's simple joys makes a person richer than any king. Sometimes losing everything is the only way to understand that you already had everything necessary for happiness.